Welcome back to Coins News Daily, where real numismatic truth meets verified market knowledge, and today you will uncover the mystery, history, and high dollar potential behind the United States of America Washington quarter dollar 1965 with no mint mark. At first glance this coin appears common, because 1965 quarters were struck in massive numbers, but the real story begins beneath the surface, where rare transitional errors, composition mistakes, and precision mint anomalies transform this coin into a legendary collector prize. The year 1965 marked a historic turning point in United States coinage, because the mint officially removed 90% silver from quarters and introduced copper-nickel-clad composition, making this year a battlefield of change where rare mistakes were born. During this transition, a small number of Washington quarters were accidentally struck on leftover 1964 silver planchets, creating one of the most valuable modern era coins ever verified by professional grading services. A standard 1965 clad Washington quarter weighs 5.67 grams, measures 24.3 millimeters in diameter, and has a copper core sandwiched between nickel layers, which you can often see as a brown edge stripe. A genuine silver planchet error weighs approximately 6.25 grams, shows a solid silver edge with no copper stripe, and produces a high ringing sound when gently tapped, which immediately raises collector excitement. Identification is critical, because many people assume all 1965 quarters are equal, but true value comes from weight accuracy, metal composition, strike quality, and certified authentication by top grading services. Beyond silver planchet errors, collectors aggressively hunt for doubled die obverse details, especially strong doubling in the word liberty, the date, and the motto "In God We Trust," which can dramatically increase value. Off-center strikes, broad strikes, clipped planchets, and wrong metal errors also command serious money, especially when the coin remains in uncirculated condition with sharp details and original luster. Market demand for 1965 era quarters continues to rise, because modern collectors love transitional coins that represent a historical shift, and verified examples remain extremely limited. Professional grading is essential, because raw coins without certification rarely achieve top prices, while coins graded by PCGS or NGC with high mint state grades unlock maximum auction potential. Verified public auction records show that a confirmed 1965 Washington quarter struck on a silver planchet has sold for prices exceeding $7,000, with elite examples approaching $10,000. Extreme high estimates for flawless silver planchet errors with strong strikes and top grades can reach $12,000 or more. When competition intensifies at major auctions, even non-silver error varieties such as dramatic off-metal strikes or major double dies have achieved prices ranging from $1,000 to $3,000 depending on condition and eye appeal. To hunt these coins yourself, always check weight with a digital scale, inspect the edge for copper color, use magnification to search for doubling, and never clean a coin because cleaning destroys collector value when it comes time to sell. Trusted United States marketplaces include Heritage Auctions, Stack's Bowers Galleries, Great Collections, and certified listings on eBay with professional authentication. Coins News Daily always recommends verified auction houses because they attract serious collectors, create competitive bidding, and protect sellers with transparent records and expert handling. This is not a get-rich-quick myth, but a real numismatic opportunity rooted in history, science, and collector demand, where knowledge separates face value from life-changing value. Today we uncover the mystery behind the United States of America Washington quarter dollar 1966 with no mint mark. This quarter was born in an unusual era at the United States Mint, a time when rising silver prices forced a dramatic change in American coinage, and from 1965 through 1967 mint marks were intentionally removed to discourage hoarding, making every 1966 quarter appear the same at first glance. The Washington quarter 1966 is a copper-nickel-clad coin with a pure copper core sandwiched between outer layers of copper and nickel, weighing exactly 5.67 grams with a diameter of 24.3 millimeters, and while millions were struck, true value begins where ordinary examples end. Collectors must understand that this coin becomes valuable through condition, precision, and rare minting mistakes, because while circulated pieces are common, sharply struck uncirculated examples with Blazing luster and zero wear are scarce and highly competitive in the modern market. To identify a rare and valuable 1966 quarter, start by examining Washington face details, including the hair above the ear and the sharpness of the cheekbone, then move to the reverse to inspect the eagle feathers and talons, because weak strikes reduce value while bold strikes multiply it. One of the biggest value drivers is error coins, and this issue is known for dramatic off-center strikes. Broad strikes without a reeded edge, double die obverse details, and clipped planchets, with some verified error examples selling for $1,000 to $5,000 depending on severity and eye appeal. High-grade certified examples are where serious money appears, because a 1966 quarter graded MS67 or higher by PCGS or NGC has achieved verified auction prices above $3,000, with exceptional registry quality coins pushing even higher. The extreme high end of the market belongs to near-perfect specimens, and expert estimates suggest that a flawless MS68 example, if discovered and certified, could command an estimated value of $10,000 or more in a competitive auction environment. Grading is critical because the difference between an ungraded coin and a professionally certified one can mean hundreds or thousands of dollars. As collectors and investors demand authenticity, precision grading, and long-term market confidence. Real coin hunting knowledge means using a digital scale to confirm weight, a caliper to verify diameter, a magnifying glass to inspect errors, and strong lighting to check luster, because small details separate face value from life-changing value. When it comes time to sell, trusted United States marketplaces include heritage auctions, Stack's Bowers galleries, great collections, and major online platforms like eBay using certified listings only, because the right venue connects your coin to serious buyers. The true power of the Washington quarter 1966 with no mint mark lies not in hype but in knowledge, patience, and professional evaluation, proving that even modern clad coins can become treasures when rarity, condition, and demand collide. Today on Coins News Daily, we are uncovering the real story, the verified facts, and the collector's secrets behind the Washington quarter $1967 with no mint mark, a coin that many Americans have spent without a second thought, yet one that can become extremely valuable under the right conditions. The year 1967 was one of the most unusual moments in United States coinage history, because the mint was still recovering from the silver coin crisis and massive hoarding that followed the Coinage Act of 1965, and during this time the mint intentionally removed mint marks from all circulating coins to discourage collectors from saving them. That is why every genuine Washington quarter from 1967 carries no mint mark at all, regardless of whether it was struck in Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco, making identification confusing and creating a perfect environment for rare errors and high-grade survivors to become highly desirable today. The standard composition of the 1967 Washington quarter is copper-nickel clad, with an outer layer of copper-nickel bonded to a pure copper core, giving the coin a total weight of 5.67 grams, a diameter of 24.3 millimeters, and a reeded edge that should show a visible copper stripe when viewed from the side. Collectors should always begin by checking these physical specifications, because any deviation in weight, thickness, or edge appearance could signal a valuable mint error that dramatically increases collector value. Now let us talk about why this coin can be valuable, because while most 1967 quarters are common in circulated condition, the true money is found in rare mint errors, pristine uncirculated examples, and professionally graded coins with exceptional eye appeal. One of the most valuable categories includes off-center strikes, double-struck quarters, clipped planchets, broad strikes, and dramatic die cracks, with especially strong examples often selling for hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on condition and visual impact. Another critical area is strike quality, because 1967 quarters are notorious for weak details, so coins with sharp hair lines on Washington, full feather separation on the eagle, and strong rim definition are much scarcer than most people realize. High-grade examples certified by major grading services such as PCGS and NGC are where serious collectors compete, and coins graded MS67 or higher become exponentially rarer with each grade point. verified auction records show that top-graded 1967 Washington quarters have sold for prices exceeding $7,000, while exceptionally rare error examples have achieved prices above $3,000 in competitive bidding environments. The estimated extreme high price for a nearly flawless MS-68 example with exceptional luster and strike quality could potentially reach $10,000 or more if market demand continues to rise. Error coin estimates vary widely, but dramatic and visually obvious errors can realistically bring values from $200 to $5,000 depending on rarity, demand, and certification. Understanding grading is absolutely essential, because raw coins are often overestimated in value, while professionally graded coins establish trust, authenticity, and liquidity in the marketplace. Grading confirms condition, protects your investment, and allows your coin to be sold confidently through top United States platforms such as Heritage Auctions, Stax Bowers, Great Collections, eBay certified listings, and trusted coin dealer networks. If you are searching your change or coin rolls, always look for sharp detail, original mint luster, unusual strike patterns, missing design elements, or any signs that the coin does not match standard specifications. Never clean your coins, never polish them, and always store potential fines in protective holders, because surface damage instantly destroys collector value. The real truth about the 1967 Washington quarter is that it is not valuable because it is old or silver, but because of rarity within condition, rarity within errors, and growing demand from collectors who now recognize how difficult top examples truly are to find. As collector knowledge increases and certified population numbers remain low at the highest grades, demand for elite examples of this misunderstood quarter continues to strengthen. Today we uncover the real truth behind the Washington quarter. 1974 with no mint mark. This coin does not scream rarity at first sight, yet that is exactly why it fascinates collectors, because the greatest surprises in numismatics often begin with coins that millions of people overlook every single day. The Washington quarter dollar of 1974 was struck during a powerful transition era in United States coinage history, a time when silver had already disappeared from circulation, and modern copper-nickel-clad coins took full control of American change. This quarter was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, and during this period Philadelphia coins traditionally carried no mint mark, which explains why this coin shows a blank space below the eagle on the reverse. Now let us speak clearly and honestly, because truth is what builds real collector knowledge. The 1974 no mint mark quarter is not rare in normal circulated condition, but it becomes valuable when specific factors align perfectly. The official specifications of this coin are critical to know, because weight and diameter are the first line of defense against counterfeits and altered pieces, and this quarter should weigh approximately 5.67 grams with a diameter of 24.3 millimeters. Any significant deviation from this standard weight can signal a rare mint error or a damaged coin, and knowing the difference can mean the gap between face value and serious money. The design itself still honors George Washington on the obverse, created by John Flanagan, while the reverse displays the heraldic eagle with spread wings, a design that remained in use until 1998. What truly elevates the 1974 quarter is not the date alone, but condition, strike quality, and the presence of genuine mint errors. Collectors aggressively pursue examples in extremely high mint state grades, especially those graded MS-66, MS-67, or higher by trusted grading services like PCGS and NGC. In these elite grades, surface preservation, luster, and sharp detail become everything, and even microscopic flaws can dramatically affect value. Now let us dive into the rare varieties and errors that can turn this common quarter into a treasure. Look closely for off-center strikes, where part of the design is missing due to misalignment during striking. Double die errors are another key variety, especially visible in the word liberty, the date, or the motto "In God We Trust." Broad strike errors, where the coin spreads wider due to a missing collar, are also highly collectible and immediately noticeable. Clipped planchets, where a portion of the metal blank is missing, are genuine mint errors that can command strong premiums. Die cracks, cuts, and retained cut errors add character and collector interest, especially when they are dramatic and well-defined. Now let us talk about real market demand and verified auction results, because numbers matter. Standard circulated examples are usually worth face value, but uncirculated pieces in MS65 condition can sell for values equivalent to $10 to $20. Verified auction records show MS67 examples selling for amounts equal to several $100s when demand is strong. The highest verified auction prices for top-graded 1974 no-mint mark quarters have reached figures equal to $1,000 to $2,000. In exceptional cases, the estimated extreme high price for a flawless, perfectly struck MS68 example could reach values equal to $3,000 or more if market competition is intense. Error coin values vary widely, but dramatic off-center or double-die errors have sold for prices equal to $200, $500, and even over $1,000 depending on severity and eye appeal. This is why grading is absolutely essential, because raw coins without certification rarely achieve top market prices. Professional grading confirms authenticity, assigns a trusted grade, and unlocks access to elite collectors and serious buyers. If you find a potential high grade or error coin, do not clean it, do not polish it, and do not attempt repairs, because cleaning destroys collector value instantly. When it comes time to sell, trusted United States marketplaces matter more than hype. Platforms like eBay are useful for learning market trends, but major auction houses such as Heritage Auctions, Stack's Bowers, and Great Collections bring the strongest results for certified coins. These platforms attract professional collectors who compete aggressively for top-quality examples. Coin hunting success comes from patience, education, and attention to detail, not luck alone. Always check weight, strike, luster, and surface condition under proper lighting and magnification. Remember, the 1974 no-mint mark quarter teaches one of the most important lessons in numismatics, that rarity is often created by condition, errors, and demand, not just age. Where honesty, research, and real numismatic knowledge always come first, and in this episode we are diving deep into the Washington quarter dollar 1980p, a coin struck in Philadelphia that millions have seen but very few truly understand, and by the end of this video you will know exactly what to look for and why some examples are worth astonishing amounts of money. At first glance, the 1980p Washington quarter appears ordinary, but here is the mystery that collectors know well. Philadelphia struck hundreds of millions of these coins without a mint mark for decades, yet in 1980 the Philadelphia Mint resumed using the P mint mark on quarters, making this year a key transition issue with historical importance that directly impacts collector demand. This coin is composed of a copper-nickel clad structure with an outer layer of 75% copper and 25% nickel bonded to a pure copper core, and it has a standard weight of 5.67 grams and a diameter of 24.3 millimeters, but small variations in these measurements can signal something extremely special. On the obverse, you will see John Flanagan classic portrait of George Washington, facing left with sharp details in the hair and strong lettering, while the reverse displays the heraldic eagle with outstretched wings, arrows, and olive branches. And collectors pay close attention to the sharpness of the eagle's feathers and the clarity of the lettering. Now here is where value begins to separate ordinary coins from valuable ones. Condition is everything, and most 1980p quarters circulated heavily and show wear, but coins preserved in mint state condition, especially those graded MS67 or higher, are extremely scarce and fiercely competed for by collectors. Professional grading is critical because the difference between an ungraded coin and a certified example can mean the difference between face value and thousands of dollars, and grading services like PCGS and NGC authenticate condition, strike quality, and originality, which the market absolutely trusts. Even more exciting are error varieties, because the 1980p quarter is known for dramatic mint errors that collectors actively hunt, including off-center strikes, broad strikes, double-struck coins, clipped planchets, and wrong planchet errors that can immediately multiply the value many times over. A genuine double die error will show strong doubling on the lettering, date, or eagle details that cannot be explained by machine doubling, and learning this difference protects you from costly mistakes and helps you identify true rarity. Weight is another powerful clue, because a quarter struck on the wrong planchet may weigh more or less than the standard 5.67 grams, and any noticeable deviation should be examined by a professional before selling. Market demand for high-grade modern quarters has exploded because Collectors are completing registry sets, and the 1980p issue stands out due to its transitional history and the difficulty of finding flawless examples with full strike and original luster. Now let us talk real numbers. Verified auction records show that a Washington $quarter 1980p graded MS-68 by Top Grading Services has sold for prices exceeding $4,000 in competitive bidding environments, proving that condition rarity drives extreme value. Error examples are even more dramatic, with major mint error 1980p quarters selling in the range of $1,000 to $10,000 depending on the severity, type, and appeal of the error. The estimated extreme high price for a perfect storm example, meaning a top population mint state coin with exceptional strike and appeal, is projected by experts to reach beyond $5,000 as registry competition continues to grow. So how do you actually sell one of these coins for big money? The smartest approach is to use trusted United States marketplaces such as Heritage Auctions, Stack's Bowers, Great Collections, or certified listings on eBay where graded coins attract serious collectors willing to pay premium prices. Never clean your coins, never polish them, and always store them safely, because improper handling can instantly destroy value and eliminate grading potential. Coin hunting success comes from patience, education, and attention to detail, and checking rolls, collections, and old holdings with a scale and magnification can reveal treasures that others overlook. The Washington $quarter 1980p proves that modern coins are not boring, they are full of hidden stories, rare errors, and surprising values for those who know what to look for. If you found this deep dive valuable, make sure to like this video, share it with fellow collectors, comment with your questions or discoveries, and subscribe to Coins News Daily for honest, professional, and real numismatic knowledge every single day.